Hello everybody. Today hopefully a quick video, just an update of my traveler's notebook passport size. Just last month we had like a little Q&A session over on Instagram, and I had some questions about whether I'm going to update you guys on how it's going with this passport sized journaling and all of that. So I figured, yeah, that's actually a great idea. I'm gonna do that as soon as I can. So here we are a month later and yeah, I figured let's just go for it. If you want this update to make sense to you, I'm assuming you watched my last video, which I posted sometime in March, where I basically, just quickly recapping here, said that I'm moving over to a passport-sized traveler's notebook as a type of notebook that I intend to keep on me at all times for the purpose of reaching for this notebook instead of my phone. You know, to enhance and make it easier, more accessible for me to have a more analog life. That's the short version of it. And I'm coming after a few months. We are now in July, so since March, it's like what? March, April, May, June, July. This is the 5th month that I'm using this system, and I have to say I'm really digging the passport size. Since I started using this, I have to say also that I barely used my standard size, and I think I'm going to retire it permanently. Here's what it looks like currently. You can probably see, hopefully, this is the olive color, and it's kind of more worn in. I changed the charm because I didn't like that previous one that much. I am still using the same fountain pen from Kaweco and the same ink. I think I have it here. I like this Polish brand. That's the KWZZ ink, whatever, in the kind of olive color. So yeah, let's get to the actual thing. So I changed the inserts and what's actually inside. I simplified it even more. So as we go in, I still keep these folders because they are just handy. And the first change is that instead of the playing cards insert, I have a creative dump insert. And this is basically like the most important space for me for noting down what I have to do each month when it comes to the stuff I do creatively, which is mostly like writing, creating content, I don't know, making appearances somewhere, etc. So just gonna quickly flip through it. Not gonna be too in-depth on this one. It's just lists of things for every month, like creative plan basically. And for now I just have it like listed until the end of the year. And then this part is for my book writing process. I cannot show you the rest because this is literally like classified, but this has been very helpful. And I don't know, it just like came to me spontaneously that this is going to be a good idea one day. And it was. So I'm doing this since April. And then we move on to the second insert, which is the one you saw in my last video. I am currently finished with this one, but before I swap it for a new one, I wanted to like quickly show you. So this one was basically the thoughts one, which is just journaling. And as I was saying, I just wanted it to be like plain journaling, you know, no embellishments. I only like added tiny stickers here and there, so it's less boring, but that's about it. And I pretty much finished it at this point. So as you can see, yeah, it's just all fucking handwriting, random shit. Nothing else in here. Basically, that's the whole thing. I have like what, 2 pages left, and that's it. So by the way, this is very handy. This is like a, what do you call it, like a writing board. Very helpful when you are trying to write like in your car or somewhere on the way, basically, where you can't really write at some kind of a desk or table, this is super helpful. So it's kind of more sturdy. And then that's it. I just have like a spare new insert for the journaling one. And that's the whole thing. That's how it looks right now. I took out the watercolor insert because I wasn't using it often enough to justify having it on a daily basis with me. So now I just take it when I actually intend to use it. And other than that, it just stays at home. And now quite a few of you guys also asked for an update about the playing card situation. So here's the insert that I had in that previous video where I showed you I was basically taking notes as I was studying the systems of playing card divination. And trying to arrive at my own cohesive system, because as I was saying, it was kind of hard for me to find one that would actually make sense to me. Just to clarify, the thing is that I would be testing various systems for like daily divination, and quite a few of those I tried actually turned out to just give me false information. Like for example, I would be having like a super chill day at home, and I would be getting like very hardcore cards that talk about like death or disease or some kind of tragedy, and it just made no fucking sense. So for that reason, I had to keep trying different systems to arrive at something that actually makes sense for like daily use, because I found that some of those systems of playing card divination are just kind of skewing in the direction of like being very dramatic and over the top, and maybe it makes more sense when you are reading for other people. But for somebody who has like a relatively calm and peaceful life like myself, it just wasn't making any sense. So I am not going to make a separate video about this, because I find that I am not done with the process, and I think it's going to take way longer than where I'm currently at. And honestly, for now, it's summer. I always prefer to read with Lenormand in the summer. So this is my pack right now, and I just use this at all times. And by the way, if you are interested, we currently have like a group study thing or like a group activity ongoing on my Patreon, where we focus on divination with spirit work or with spirit communication for an entire month. So that's super fun. I'm using the Lenormand for that. But for those of you who have been waiting to hear about something from what I'm doing with the playing cards and where I am arriving at with the system, just like a quick note. So far, Roger Horne's book Cartomancy in Folk Magic, but the expanded second edition, because I previously had the first edition that I was gifted by a friend, and that one had much less information than this one. So when I was beginning my study, I didn't have access to the second edition, and the first edition book was not giving me enough for me to like consider that system as fully complete. But when I read this book and I tested, because as I was mentioning, I'm doing it with Roger Horne's deck as well, this so far has proven to be like the most cohesive or making the most sense to me as a system, because it's not skewing in a negative direction, in the sense that every reading is going to tell you that somebody is going to fucking die, or I don't know. You know what I'm trying to say. This is just more like for day-to-day use, and not so dramatic. And I find that the numerological associations with the cards make more sense in general. There are some things that I'm missing from other systems that I really liked, but I think, you know, that's the thing when you create your own system. you can kind of mix and match things. So I think what I'm going to arrive at is a hybrid of mostly this, like 95% this, and then 5% from some other systems. So for those of you who wanted to hear from me about this, that's all I have for you. Unfortunately, like I'm still in the process of doing this whole thing, and I'm currently not in the mood to do that in the summer. So as I said, I'm just focusing on Lenormand for now, because that's a system I am familiar with, and it's easy for me to read, and I just enjoy it so fucking much. And when it comes to studying and, creating your own system, basically, that's, for me at least, the kind of activity I want to do in the dark half of the year. Mostly. So I'm probably going to be returning to that in sometime in winter, maybe when I'm done writing my book, and I actually have the headspace to do that. So that's that. That's been my TN update and an update on my, playing card, divination stuff, whatever the fuck has been happening with that. So I know this probably has been super chaotic, but whatever. Thank you so much for watching, and see you around. Bye.